What's up everybody, another beautiful day on the Dragon Isles, and today we'll be taking a look at a potential Outlaw Rouge build, featuring an ungodly amount of face stabbing, pistol shots sprinkled with an unethical amount of combo point generation for more stabbing and CDR. So this build is more focused on a dungeon AoE cleave environment, but still works very well on single target, but it can be further optimized for pure single target if one would like or need. And there's a link to this build in the description. Starting off with the Outlaw Tree, going down the middle, we'll pick up most Adrenaline Rush and Roll the Bones talents. Improved Adrenaline Rush, so that Adrenaline Rush gives us full combo points at the start and end of it. Loaded Dice, so that Adrenaline Rush gives us at least 2 buffs on your next Roll the Bones. Sleight of Hand, so that Roll the Bones has a higher chance to give us multiple buffs. And Count the Odds, so that Dispatch has a 20% chance to give us a Roll the Bones buff for 5 seconds. And Keep It Rolling, so we can extend Roll the Bone buff. And we'll also pick up Summarily Dispatched, so that when you spend at least 5 combo points on Dispatch, which you will always do, its damage is increased by 5% and costs 5 less energy. Lasts for 15 seconds and it stacks. However, new stacks does not refresh duration, so the more stabs we get out in those windows, the stabbier they get. Now, to further improve this, we have Quick Draw, so that our half cost uses of Pistol Shot generates 1 additional combo point and deals more damage. Fan the Hammer, so that when Sinister Strike strikes an additional time, you gain 2 additional stacks of Pistol Shot. Then half cost uses consumes 2 additional stacks to fire 2 additional shots, instantly capping out our combo points. Now, to tie in with this, we have Greenskin's Wicker. Between the Eyes has a 20% chance per combo point to increase pistol shot damage by 200%, making our pistol shot generator slap extremely hard. And we'll also pick up some generator talents in our class tree to further enhance this, which is Deadly Precision, Seal Fate, and Lethality for more crit chance, crit damage, and combo point generation from generators. We'll also pick up Dreadblade, so that all our generators instantly cap out our combo points, which is frankly just insanely fun to play with. Slap it down and dispatch away. And for AoE, we'll of course get the Blade Flurry talents, Dancing Steel to increase target cap and duration, Precise Cut, which increases Blade Flurry damage when it's below its maximum target cap, helping out a ton on low target cleave. Then we'll combine all of this with Ambidexterity and Fatal Flourish for more mastery procs and energy generation, Devious Stratagem in both the Outlaw and class tree for 2 additional combo points and damage, as well as Tistle Tea and Cold Blood from the class tree for some more cooldowns. So how does all of this play? Extremely well. The synergy between abilities is very well designed, and most things you press fuel something else, and the nonstop CDR from Restless Blades makes it very fast paced, with liberal cooldown usage. So anytime you Sinister Strike, you have a high chance to get a pistol shot proc, which will cap your combo points. Pop Between the Eye, followed by a 200% damage increase pistol shot, which can be combined with pistol shot proc to further increase its damage on one of the bullets. Then you'll use Tistle Tea anytime you run into small windows of energy starvation, which are rare, but they happen. Cold Blood, Adrenaline Rush, and Dreadblades mostly on cooldown, and reroll bones often if you get crappy buffs. True Bearing and Broadsides are really nice now for increased CDR and more combo point generation, as well as generator damage, which pairs up with the 200% damage increase pistol shot. And then you can use the cooldown Keep It Rolling to refresh or extend any number of Roll the Bones buffs, including the 5-second procs you can get from dispatching enemies. So it's not unlikely that you can force a 5-stacked buff for 30 seconds, based off Roll the Bones procs. Otherwise, do it on 3 buffs if it includes True Bearing and or Broadside. And then we press Blade Flurry, and everything just starts to melt a bit. And popping cooldowns like Red Blades into Blade Flurry is extremely satisfying, pumping out all of those spenders. And overall, it's just such a high octane kind of build that I love, with so much synergy across the board, so it feels like everything you press is impactful and has a purpose rather than just, oh, can't press anything, guess I press this. Pressing Dispatch, and it deals more damage the more you press it, reduces most of your cooldowns with Restless Blade, and has a chance to give you Roll the Bones, is a lot more fun in my book than just, I press this, it do damage. I like a purpose behind my damage. Why does it hurt? And like I mentioned earlier, there are variations to this build you can play around with, incorporating some of the ambush talents and stealth talents to weave in ambushes, vanishes, and shadow dance for more ambushes and stealth perks, as well as Between the Eye talents to quadruple its crit damage and give it a chance to generate combo points rather than spending, or well, generate some, for a potential single target gain. But this build that I showcased, I personally like the most for mixed content, and it was an absolute hectic dream to play most most of the time, unless you played one of the bosses in Academy, which spawns like 40 ads, and you cannot hit all of them with Blade Flurry, and then you get sad. But other than that, it's all good. Now all of this being said, this is beta. Take everything with 1 to 5 grains of salt. Things can drastically change at Blizzard's whim whenever they do tuning passes. Oh, have a 50% buff, Guardian. But I hope they don't nerf or ruin anything for Outlaw. I really like this build, I love how it plays. And yes, I am one of those who love the class fantasy of Outlaw now. I like Roll the Bones. Now let me know in the comments what you think about this Outlaw build. Don't forget the usual stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell, it really helps me out. I stream progression and testing on Twitch, Stankie Gaming. Make sure to check out my Patreon if you want to help support me, my work, and my goal of upgrading my computer to help with my videos. As a patron, you get access to the Stankie Discord, where you can get help with anything raiding PvE related, and it's filled with a ton of awesome people. You can also get things like video shoutouts or coaching as a patron. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Avast, matey. Har.